How have inspections been going?
Good. I'm well happy today because after inspecting like 200 bikes or something like that from the last week to today, we only have like maybe 15-20 bikes, and it's only small scratches, and so we're happy because of that.
A little busy day today. We just got a small shipment, 4 bikes out, 3 to Russia, 1 to Korea, and right now we've got a lot of attacks ready like we mentioned. We didn't get the attacks into the last Europe and Canada shipment, so right now we're just picking out bikes, sorting those for Europe and Canada, get these bikes packaged and get them out the door. So we're gonna get back to work and keep jamming here. So we just found out that the suspension seat posts that were supposed to arrive yesterday are not going to arrive until sometime in late November. There's another manufacturer in a town nearby, rushing over there now to see if they've got enough suspension seat posts in stock to get the shipment out and not mess up any orders. There we go. Mission accomplished, Ben. Hi. We're gonna get some Chinese burgers. So this is actually a Muslim restaurant in China. Chinese burger. Had 2 types of suspension seat posts there. This one and one called the 889. The 889 was half the price. Looked almost exactly the same as what we've been using. But this is really cool because it's all one piece here. This head is all one piece, whereas the others were 2 pieces fit together. So it's gonna be a lot more sturdy and it looks awesome. So happy about the upgrade, and we can get the bikes out tomorrow. Got a nice little load of bikes here. Simon in Germany, Lai in Spain, Andrea in Italy, Jens in Denmark, Mick, Sweden, Nico, Luxembourg, Arch in Belgium, Teresa, Germany, Axel, Germany. And the Canada bikes, Michael in Alberta, Canada, Roger, Victoria, British Columbia, Dove in Montreal, Canada, Adib in Ontario, Rick in British Columbia, Miss Pev in MSPEV, Vancouver, British Columbia, John in Edmonton, Alberta, Kian, Surrey, British Columbia, Manvir, Surrey, British Columbia, Paul, Whistler, British Columbia. Ishwa, Nanaimo, British Columbia. Lindsay, Nelson, British Columbia. Michael, Calgary, Alberta. Darren, Burnaby, British Columbia. James in Ajax, Ontario. Gary, Dundas, Ontario. Bill, North Vancouver, British Columbia. Just got a lead on another component company. We're going there now to check out some new fenders. here we are checking out some new fenders. Ugly green, but it's got a really cool mount, so we're gonna take a sample back, try these out, and if they're nice, then we'll work on developing a new type for future models. Time to try out these fenders. Welcome to the fender factory. Hey. These over here, they're all molds. There's one small part and you need a giant mold to make it. See this right here? Look at the size of this. This is why one small piece, the mold for one small piece costs $15,000 to $20,000. It's very complex. A lot of machinery goes into it. Current roadster fenders are, it's a chromo plastic, so it's aluminum. Plastic, that means it can't bend and stuff. It comes straight line. They stick it in this machine, which is they stick it in this machine, which is a long oven. It goes through, comes to the shaper. So this is where they put the shape in, and they can do all different sizes. There's a mold here based on the size of the fender. Here it comes. Boom. Out it goes. They check it for size on this template, and it's ready to go. Look at the rims on this van. Dang. Sweet. So we didn't make it back in time to see that container off Europe and Canada. There were 27 bikes for Canada, 60 bikes for Europe. Most of those are attacks that we couldn't get in the last shipment because we didn't have the bikes. Still got some other places to go. You know, Australia, we haven't shipped any bikes there yet because we are waiting on some certificates for customs. We're gonna go in next Wednesday to a big lab to do some more testing on the bikes for these certificates. Hopefully we'll be able to get some cool footage in there, show you guys what's going on. And if it passes those tests, then we could pretty much get the container on the water with the hopes that we'll get the rest of the paperwork finished by the time the container arrives in Australia. They do have some pretty strict rules there for the import. Places with only just a few orders. You know, we shipped 3 out to Russia the other day, another bike to Korea. We've got to work on Singapore, Brazil, some island nations. We're just trying to figure out the best way to do this. It is very challenging because there are a lot of rules with lithium batteries to get into some of these countries. So we're working with freight forwarders and finding out a good plan for these bikes. We should have them on the way, some next week, some the week after. America, we've still got a lot of bikes to ship there. We didn't have enough components to get a shipment out this week. But next Wednesday, we've already booked the container. It's a 20-footer, so we'll have close to 100 bikes in there. We're just waiting on the forks for those bikes, which should arrive Tuesday. And then we'll pop them on, inspect all the bikes, and get them out on Wednesday. The limiting factor has been components on these. We've even had the forks air shipped over here, and you know, shipping is kind of haunting us. The air fork ships that got here, half of them we had to send them back because they bumped around a shipment and it got scratched up. So we're getting the other air shipment here. We've got enough components and frames for 400 bikes arriving next week, and that will pretty much allow us to get totally caught up on production. So it'll just be 2 or 3 weeks before we're completely caught up on production. Really exciting. Thank you guys so much for bearing with us. I know during this time our communication has been pretty quiet. You know, we haven't been active on social media. emails, my personal email included. There's a lot of stuff that has been going by and we haven't been able to answer it. The reason for that is, you know, we've been a bit behind on production. We've got so much work to do here, so much things to figure out to be able to get the bikes out, that when it comes to answering a lot of questions about when is my bike coming, it's counterproductive, because when we go in and spend the energy trying to figure that out, it takes energy away from actually producing the bikes. So I wish we could spend more time on that. But right now, I hope you guys understand we've taken that energy and put it into production so that we can get caught up on production. And we're almost there. So as soon as we get caught up, we're going to be much more active on social media, emails, Facebook. You'll be hearing a lot more from Pete and from myself as well. So really thank you guys for understanding that. You know, we're almost there, just at the end of this push. Thanks for hanging with us and supporting us. Love seeing your pictures on the bike. Can't wait to see more, and I'll see you in the next video.